On New Year's Day 2024, something strange happened in Miami. Thousands of people fled a mall. Social media lit up with wild claims. Rumors spread faster than anyone could verify them. And for a few hours, one of America's most vibrant cities was gripped by genuine fear. So what actually happened that night? And why did it spin so far out of control? Let's go back to the beginning. The Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami is a busy spot on any given day. On New Year's Eve, it becomes something else entirely. Thousands of people pack the waterfront area to ring in the new year, and January 1st, 2024 was no different. The crowd was massive, the energy was high, and everything seemed normal, until it wasn't. Around midnight, reports started flooding in of chaos inside and around the mall. People were running, there was screaming. Videos appeared on social media showing crowds in full panic, sprinting through parking garages and spilling onto the streets. The footage looked alarming, and without any context, it looked like something truly terrible had happened. Within hours, the story had exploded online, and the claims being made were extraordinary. On platforms like X, formerly Twitter and TikTok, users began posting that the chaos was caused by something far more dramatic than a crowd disturbance. The claim that gained the most traction, and this is where things get genuinely fascinating, was that multiple extraterrestrial beings, described as 8 to 10 feet tall, had been spotted in the area. Some posts claimed these entities had been seen near the mall. Others said police had cordoned off the area to contain them. Videos circulated that people swore showed the figures moving through the darkness. The alien narrative spread with stunning speed. Within a day, the hashtags were everywhere. Mainstream outlets picked it up as a story worth reporting. Not necessarily because they believed it, but because the online conversation had become impossible to ignore. So let's be direct about what the footage actually showed. The videos that supposedly depicted alien beings were, upon closer inspection, something far more mundane. Security footage and bystander clips showed what appeared to be a group of young people wearing dark clothing, some in costumes. One video that got enormous traction showed shadowy figures that, when analyzed in better lighting and at slower speeds, were almost certainly people. The visual distortion, the low light, the chaotic camera movement, all of it contributed to something that could look otherworldly if you already believed something otherworldly had happened. Miami police were clear in their public statements. Officers responded to reports of large fights breaking out in the area around the Bayside Marketplace. Juveniles were involved. There were disturbances across several locations, and at least one incident involved fireworks being set off in a way that caused additional panic. 11 people were arrested. There were no reports of injuries from any kind of non-human threat. The police made no mention of extraterrestrial activity because, from their perspective, there was none. But here's the thing. Dismissing the alien angle entirely actually misses something important about this story. The reason the alien narrative caught fire isn't because thousands of people are gullible. It's because something genuinely strange and chaotic did happen, and in the absence of immediate, credible information, people filled the vacuum with the most dramatic explanation that fit the footage they were seeing. That is a deeply human response. We are pattern-seeking creatures. We assign meaning to ambiguous data, especially when we're already in a heightened emotional state. The videos were real, the panic was real, the chaos was real, and when you strip away context and watch a shaky, dark clip of people running and screaming, your brain is going to reach for the most intense possible explanation. Social media accelerated that process to an almost unrecognizable speed. There's also a broader media dynamic worth examining. When videos went viral claiming alien sightings in Miami, certain content creators and accounts amplified those claims because engagement was the reward. Sensational content drives clicks. Some of those accounts knew what they were sharing was unverified at best and fabricated at worst, and shared it anyway. The incentive structure of social media doesn't reward caution, it rewards speed and spectacle. And then there's the question of why this particular city, on this particular night, was susceptible to this kind of eruption. Miami on New Year's Eve is already a pressure cooker. You have enormous crowds, alcohol, late hours, and a general atmosphere of heightened intensity. Large gatherings like this are fertile ground for what sociologists call collective behavior. Situations where normal social rules loosen and emotional contagion spreads rapidly. One person starts running, and within seconds, hundreds are running. Because in a dense crowd, running is a signal that something dangerous is happening, even if the original cause was minor. The panic becomes self-reinforcing. The fights that actually triggered the chaos, multiple altercations involving large groups, some involving weapons, fireworks being deployed dangerously, were more than enough to start that cascade. Once people started running and filming, the raw material for the subsequent viral story was already there. What's also worth noting is that the Miami incident didn't happen in complete isolation from a broader cultural context. The years leading up to 2024 had seen an unusual amount of mainstream discussion about UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, congressional hearings, government reports, whistleblowers making extraordinary claims. The topic had, legitimately, entered serious public discourse in a way it hadn't for decades. That meant the antenna for this kind of story was already calibrated and sensitive. People were primed. When you combine a genuine mass panic event, ambiguous footage, a primed cultural moment, and a social media ecosystem that rewards sensationalism, you get Miami on January 1st. The police investigation that followed didn't uncover anything beyond what was initially reported. Arrests were made. The individuals involved were connected to the fights and disturbances. No evidence of anything extraordinary was found. The Bayside Marketplace returned to normal operations. The city moved on, but the story had a longer tail online. Weeks after the event, videos were still circulating. The narrative had calcified in certain corners of the internet, where the official explanation was treated as a cover-up rather than a conclusion. This is another familiar pattern. Once a story achieves a certain level of viral momentum, no amount of debunking fully kills it. The debunking itself gets absorbed into the mythology. Every piece of counter-evidence becomes, for true believers, proof of how deep the concealment goes. That's not unique to Miami. It's not even unique to alien stories. It's the fundamental structure of conspiracy thinking, and the digital age has given it extraordinary staying power. What the Miami incident really leaves us with is a set of questions that matter beyond this one event. How do we process dramatic, ambiguous information in real time? How do we hold space for genuine uncertainty without filling it with the most extreme available explanation? And what responsibility do platforms, creators, and individuals have when they're amplifying unverified claims to millions of people within hours of an event? There are no easy answers to those questions, but they're worth sitting with, especially as these kinds of viral panic moments seem to be happening with increasing frequency. Miami was a local event that became a global story. The same mechanics could attach themselves to something with far more serious consequences. What happened at Bayside Marketplace on January 1st was chaotic, frightening for people who were there, and genuinely worth understanding. It was fights. It was fireworks. It was a crowd losing its nerve on a packed New Year's Eve. It was social media doing what social media does. The night Miami stood still wasn't the result of something from another world. It was the result of something very much from this one.